Welcome back to Speak Unspoken. This platform was created to give voice to the voiceless. Your voice can become a prison, but telling the truth, even when it hurts, can set you free. Today, backed by popular demand, we got your girl Ruby back in the house. I got so many text messages, inboxes, people saying, "Friend, when you bringing your mama back on? Like, she real, she funny. We like her." So, Mo, how did it make you feel to know that the people want to hear from you again?
It makes me feel good.
Okay.
It makes me feel really good. Because I actually didn't think I did. Well, I said what I need to say, and I guess everybody enjoyed it. So it makes me feel really good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, today's episode, we're going to talk about a mother's love. Mom, how many children do you have?
I'm the mother of 3 children, 3 girls.
3 girls.
Yes.
3 girls that are all different.
All different. Yeah, real
we
different.
wouldn't even know we all came from the same womb, right? We that different. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's get right into it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean you ready? Yeah.
So, out of your 3 girls, Mom, you have a daughter that's addicted to drugs and has been addicted to drugs for the last 30 years. So, as a mother, when was the moment that you realized that something was different about your daughter?
One thing about me, I always have observed my children. And when she started moving funny, doing different things that she hadn't done, mind you, she was 17 when the addiction started. So by me observing, I knew right then. I couldn't put my finger on it. I just know something wasn't right. So I kept watching and looking, just how different. She would leave home, but she come back in a different way. The way that I've never really seen before. So I'm wondering that maybe, and I had said to myself, maybe she's on drugs or something because the way she's acting. So that's when I just discovered something was really wrong with her. Yeah.
So, if you can recall, because I know this was a long time ago, it started at 17. So, what age you think you really came into knowledge to know that, oh, my child is addicted to a drug and a hard drug at that?
I want to say really, give or take maybe 25.
Okay.
When she was about 25 years old. That's when I know something was really wrong. I observed her with people she hung with. I went to her house, and I know my daughter is a very clean woman because that's how she was raised, right? And I know something was wrong then. The house always wasn't presentable. The children looked like they had the clothes on for 2 days. And I just know something just was really going on. Yeah.
So on average, it took about what? Really like 8 years
About 8
for
years.
you to really know.
But
But
really,
you knew
really
something
know.
was off. Right.
Yep.
Okay, so what has these 30 years look like watching your daughter battle with an addiction due to the fact she did have 3 children with your boys?
Yeah, right. Well, first of all, it looked like it was a really hard struggle for me. I had to take my grandkids to keep them out the system. Okay, mind you, I already had 2 children, my middle daughter and Fran to 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 graduate. I already had all that on me as it is, right? So thank be to God, one of my grandchild had a grandmother that she volunteered to take him. So that left me with 2 children. So moving all through the years, I had 2 girls to worry about trying to finish school. Then I had the 2 boys, and I was working a full-time job, and it took so much out of me. I didn't think I was gonna make it, but I made it. I took them, I kept them, and as time went on, I accepted if I don't, they was gonna leave, and we might never see them. So that was that.
Yeah. And one thing about it, you had a village, you know.
Exactly.
You know, me, Plum, we helped raise the boys.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I commend you. You did very well with them. You know, they chose their own route.
Oh yeah.
Which is out of your control.
Yeah.
But as a grandmother, you did an amazing job with them. You know,
I did.
Even though you had no support.
I did none at all.
You know, so that was a blessing. So as a mother that has a daughter dealing with addiction, like, what did it do to your faith with God? Did you fully get, because people say, like with their kids, like, I giving my kid back to the Lord. Mm-hmm. That's for the Lord to figure out. Mm-hmm. So did you fully surrender your daughter back to God?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. I told the Lord. See, one thing about me, I am a praying woman. I pray a lot. I ask God for His blood to cover my kids from the time I had when they was little children up until their adulthood. I ask God, let your blood cover my kids in every way possible. So, with that being said, I know I had faith. I know for beyond a mustard seed. I know I do. But I told the Lord, I say, you bigger than me. I'm going to give this girl back to you. Mind you, if people really realize the kids that God blessed us with, they're not really our kids, no way. God just got us to birth those kids, and when we return them back, the lent. When you ask to borrow something, the owner can ask for it back at any time. God owned those kids. I didn't. So I had enough faith, and I felt really good about myself giving my daughter back. Matter of fact, I gave all of them back to the Lord. They're not mine, no way. He just sent those kids to me to nurture and take care of them. Other than that, that's why I feel really good about it. But no, it was okay. It really was.
So you saying you fully giving your kids back to the Lord?
Yeah.
So with you fully giving your kids back to the Lord, when your daughter come up missing for days at a time, like, what does that do to your anxiety level or your nervous system? Even though you said you've given her back to the Lord.
Yeah, but as a mother, okay, you're gonna wonder. You're gonna pray and wonder. You pray and wonder, and because that's your child. You can give them back to the Lord and with everything and every being that's in you, but mind you, I'm still a mother. And the thoughts gonna always be there. And right here, it's gonna always be there. So I don't really know too much I can say about that. I really don't. Because like I say, I'm a mother and I'm going to feel whether the kids was given back to God or not. As a mother, I'm going to have the anxiety that, Lord, one day the life my daughter lived, it's an open book. Anybody can kill my child. These days, they'll kill them and they might throw their bodies anywhere. And so that always been in my mind. My anxiety level stayed high. By me giving them back to the Lord, I'm still flesh. I'm human, and I'm going to feel what a mother feels.
So is it safe to say that the spirit don't dwell with man always?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. No. Okay. People say stuff, but I'm in the spirit. Spirit come, spirit go. No, it don't dwell with man always. Because when the spirit leave, that's when the flesh act up. Yeah.
So this is a little off the subject, but I just want to ask you this question since we in this talk about anxiety with your children, right? So one of your children is addicted to drugs or whatever, and then you had another kid, which was myself, that was in a world that did certain things, that sold drugs, that did any type of criminal activity.
Yeah.
You know, like so even in that, like, and then you have your middle daughter who really don't do anything. So you never really had to really worry about
never.
Anyone
all she did was work,
calling you and different things like that. So even with that, like knowing that the things that I did, and you say you fully gave me back to God, because you always say like, Nana, you just don't be afraid of nothing. You just do whatever, you know? And you still say that to this day. And I still be trying to figure out like, Mama, but you taught us not to live in the spirit of fear, right? Yeah. So even for my life, I know like I definitely, especially when I was young, I know I had your anxiety.
Oh Lord.
Yes. But thank you for giving me back to God. Thank you for always instilling God and God principles in me.
Yeah.
I definitely strayed away because that's something that I chose to do. But one thing about it, you did raise us in the church, you know.
Exactly.
So the foundation has always been God for all your children.
Yeah, for all
of them. And so, at any point, have you ever felt guilty about the situation with your daughter? Have you ever had any kind of guilt as a parent? Do you feel like maybe you failed her in a certain area or different things like that?
Yeah. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Yeah, exactly. You're absolutely right, because one thing about the devil, if he can't get who he really want, but trust and believe me, he going to the next thing that you love, and those are my children. No, the devil didn't have a strong hold on me. I fought with everything, every being of me. When like Francesca, she explained that I really been sick in my time of living, sick until death, but I never gave up the fight because I got a lot of fight in me. When the doctor said that, she explained, say no, God was always saying yes, and my faith in God was so strong, and it still is strong. But like I say, I'm still human, and I still feel what the flesh feel, but going back to what you said, that
have you felt any guilt?
Yeah.
As a mother,
but then
is there anything that you think you could have done different, or anything?
No.
Okay.
But the devil always said. Then I said, and I thought about it. I said, God, what did I do? Why is this girl so addicted? The devil had me questioning myself, and I said, you know what, devil? I don't care what you bring to me. There is nothing in this world could make me feel like I didn't do the right thing and I was feeling guilty about it. No, I did everything I could do for my daughter. But like I say, she failed because the people that she was around, my daughter's not a leader, she's a follower. So with that being said, no, not at all. I don't feel guilty at all.
Have it ever been a time where you had to feel a certain way, or did a certain way have you feeling because you had to set boundaries, either like financially, mentally, spiritually, like you had to put up a boundary as if like no more? Did it ever come to a point to where you had to do that?
Yes, yeah. I just got tired, and I told God, and I had to turn right around and tell the Lord that I'm like repenting. Lord, I shouldn't have said that. I prayed so hard for my daughter, and looked like I wasn't getting no results, right? So I told the Lord, I'm tired of praying. And that's one thing a mother should never do, is get tired of praying for her children. Because one thing about prayer, it changes things. It changes things. Prayer is the key to unlock a door that man shut, and the devil. That's not a child of God even thinking like that. So I had to take myself back and I had to repent quickly and told the Lord, I never would say that another time in my life will I say what I said, Lord, because I didn't see no results. It's like the harder I prayed, the worse that she got. And I'm tired now.
So, oh man, that's good. So it's like, sometimes it's like we want results from God, and when God doesn't deliver, like, what does that really look like in real time? Like, do you continue to trust Him, or do you try to take matters in your own hand?
No, I didn't, because I know as I grew in Christ. See, I've been on this journey for a long time. I was just going to church, serving the Lord, working in church, but my mindset was to do what I want. I'm still gonna do what I want to do, but that's really, as like I said, like I've grown in Christ. It's a lot of things God have took from me, and some of the things He haven't. So my mindset was not to. Say it again. Really, I'm sorry.
I said it's. I said that sometimes when you say you just got tired of praying, right? Because it seemed like the more you prayed, the worse she got, right? Yeah. So I said, like, what does that look like in real time? Like, God, you said, pray without ceasing, right? You said you would give me the desires of my heart, but when the desires of your heart is not being met, like, God, save my child. You know, she's been in this world doing this for so long. Like, I just want you to bring her back to me before it's too late. And then it's been 30 years. And, well, no, it's been 30 years, but in to be clear, she has been clean sometime. Yeah, like sometimes. she will get herself clean. Yeah. And you can tell when she get herself clean. Exactly. You know, because she'll be a totally other different person, or whatever the case may be. But like, what does that's what I was basically saying. Like, what does that look like when you praying and you asking God to do something, to save something, to mend something, you know, and he don't do it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But my thing is, I never gave up on God. And like I say, I've been on this journey a long time. And once I really come into the knowledge of really knowing God, I knew everything is in God's timing. He might not come when we want, but I promise you, He's right on time.
Yes, He is always on time.
Yeah. So yes. I come to the realization, keep praying, keep trusting, and one day, God gonna give me what I need. He gonna answer my prayer, but Ruby is just not in the right season right now. You know, everything in life is seasonal. So and I tell myself now, if He don't do it in this season, it'll be in the next one. But when the next one comes, if it don't be in this, it'll be in the next one. Right. That's how I keep my mind stead on God, because I know He haven't never left me or forsaken me. So I said, well, if I'm not in this season, but I prayed for God, I know it's going to be the next season, and go on and on. So my season is just go on and on and on. It never changes. I'll be in the next one. I'll be in the next one, I know. And then I look back on my life and say, have I ever asked God for something? I sit back and I really marinated on that. Have I ever really asked God for something that He hadn't delivered? I can stand today and tell you, I never asked God for nothing that He didn't bring to pass. Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, He might not bring it to pass in your timing. But God always brings it to pass.
It's in God's timing. It's certainly not in ours.
And His timing is not ours.
Exactly. And I encourage, even when I'm witnessing, I encourage my people that I talk to, don't worry about it. Not now, but later. Not now, but later.
So, I know you was in Fort Worth and you've been there for a long time, and you was close to the situation. So now that you live in Houston and you're not really that close to the situation, like, how does it make you feel now to know, like, it's times where you can't get her on the phone and days done pass by and people looking for her and the phone going to voicemail and different things like that. Like, what does that do to you since you're not so close to the situation no more? Like, how does that leave you feeling?
It leave me feeling like I'm worried about her, but I don't feel like if someone did something to my child when I can't find her or talk to her, phone going to voicemail, nobody where she hang out have seen her in maybe 2, 3, 4 days, it make me feel like, Lord, where is my child? Have anybody did something to that girl? Because it's kind of strange. One thing about her, and that's a pattern, if she be so high, she done lost so many phones. So I mailed her a phone. And because we got to try to keep up with her, because you never know. On the side of town she lived in, they finding so many women's just thrown in the bushes dead. So of course that's the first thing came to my mind when I couldn't. And where she stayed with her friend, I was told he hadn't seen her. She walked out that Friday night and nobody, all day Friday evening, Friday night, Saturday, all day Saturday, phone started going to voicemail. This just happened.
Right.
This just happened like this weekend. I mean, no, that a Friday. We didn't hear from that girl Friday, Saturday, Sunday until over in the evening. And guess where my daughter was out of all that wearing? She was at home. She said something happened to the button and she couldn't mash it. So, and she didn't have a way, so she had to wait till Sunday evening for someone to take her to the phone company to get the button fixed. So we just not talking.
So over the weekend, your anxiety was high because no one could locate her, right?
Nobody.
So when you finally heard her voice on the phone, like I say, because you don't live in Fort Worth no more, you live in Houston. Mm-hmm. So when you finally heard her on the phone, like what type of release was that for you? Like how did that make you feel?
I was kind of really down. Even though I had talked to her, I was still kind of down. So it made my day just like, I wouldn't say I was depressed, but just something wasn't right. After all that anxiety that I went through, because I do have problem with anxiety, I was glad I talked to her, but I still was left in a mood that I wasn't happy. I just wasn't. Because I say one day, the phone call I may receive, I ask God to prepare my heart and my mind. And she might outlive me. Who knows? I don't know. But in the meantime, I ask God, if someone do something to my child, just prepare my heart and let me accept it. They say you can bury anybody in the world, but bury your child. Bury your child. I'm told that. God knows I don't want to experience it, but I just feel like my spirit was still down. And I was praying last night. I said, God, I've been kind of down all day. It felt like even though I'm relieved in one way, but I was still down in another because I went through hell this weekend, worried about. And look like I just kept, but that's a trick of the devil. Right. I just kept visioning my daughter laying in the dish dead. Ooh. I had even told my grandchild, I say, if y'all don't hear nothing by Monday, because it's 72 hours, I believe, before you can report a person missing. So I told my oldest grandson, I said, y'all don't hear nothing by Monday, y'all need to do a police report. But it's so much my daughter do. I'm not going to elaborate on that right now. Right. So the life she lived, it's possible for somebody to kill her. Because there's one thing about it, and I'm going to be through with that. She'll get in a car with the people that she don't need to get in a car with. Yeah, and she'll walk at night by herself. So that's dangerous. So like I say, back to that, my anxiety was so high, I still felt just down and out all day Sunday. And I know I love going to church. I didn't want to go to church. That's just how I felt. Yep, I did. Matter of fact, it wasn't so much church. I didn't want to mingle with people because my church is, they always meet and greet, lovable. And I didn't feel like all that. And when the car, she had to get some work done on the car. And when the car messed up, within myself, I can tell her, I said, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to deal with them people because I don't even feel like it.
You didn't feel like it?
No, I didn't feel like it at all.
Yeah.
No.
Because on Sunday, you still hadn't heard anything, right?
No, it happened over in the evening when we did hear her phone. Right, when you and they took her to get the phone fixed. And she called and said, Mom, I've been at home ever since Friday. And I was so disgusted over the phone, I just threw it down and I took 3 Tylenol PM. That girl is crazy for real. And I almost slept my life away.
So you had been up.
I had been up.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had been up.
I know you did. Adriana, my granddaughter, and my daughter, and her anxiety was up also. Her blood pressure was really high yesterday. Stressing over. Where is her sister and where is my daughter? Right.
So it's safe to say, like, family members, they have loved ones that's highly addicted to substance abuse. Like, it really takes a toll, not only on that particular person that's dealing with it, but the family as a whole.
Family too, babe. That's hard.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to get on here today and talk about a mother's love, because a mother's loves never run out.
Yeah, never.
No matter what a mom say, like, I'm done with him or I'm done with her, they need to get themselves together, whatever the case may be. Like, a mother love never run out. They can be mad at you tomorrow and love you down to pieces the next day.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm just grateful to know, like, even you being a mother of 3 children and all 3 of your children are totally different. You still you love them differently. And a lot of people say parents make a difference in their kids. It's not that parents make differences in their kids. It's that parents understand that you can't love every kid the same. Every kid doesn't have the same love language, And so even with myself, my middle sister and my older sister, like, God created us equally, but He also created us differently. And so I think that has been like a good mesh to help you. That all your kids wasn't this. But you got some parents, all their kids is kind of the same, And so
I totally different.
And so
I'm not cutting you off. No, I'm so tuned into my children when they was growing up. Y'all may think it's crazy. But I actually know how Nene cough. I said this, I could be in my room. I said, Nene is really coughing. And I go see about her. And I think even coming down with a cold, I know a mother just know. I know how she cry. That's Nene crying. And I don't even be in the room. That's Plum crying. Right. I know. That's just how close I was to my children. Right. As y'all seen on the other episode, how they did me, right? How I always gave them anything they want, like I'm crazy. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. It was just me and my kids against the world. It was just us. So
it was definitely you and your kids against the world, right?
Yeah. My mother know her kids cry. They know her cough. A mother knows, and a mother's love go deeper than deep.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being a mother that didn't give us any horror stories to remember.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, because they was scared of Halloween anyway.
I'm not even talking about Halloween. I'm talking about horror stories and how we grew up. Like, we don't have horror stories.
Yeah,
we don't have horror stories. That don't have nothing to do with. When I mean horror story, I mean like, you never put us in a position to where we have to be an adult, or you never put us in a position where we had to worry, wonder. No. That's what I mean. Thank you for not giving us a horror story growing up. So, Mom, I would like for you to look in the camera, and I would like for you to talk to any parent that's dealing with a child that is on substance abuse. Like, just give them advice and
Well, the advice is this. What I've gone through in my life, I can tell any mother, all you really can do is just really pray for your child or your children and ask God to bring them home back to you. That's all the mother can really do. It's not a lot. I went to drug classes with her. I did what a mother would do. And I just thought at first when my daughter was, when I found out that she was addicted to drugs, and I was kind of angry really. Because I felt like if you don't want to do drugs, she can stop doing drugs. She just something she really want to do. It wasn't till I went to all those classes and I tuned in to a person that's addicted. And the lady that was teaching the class, I was really mad at my daughter. But I told her that. She said, ma'am, have you ever been addicted to drugs? And I said, no. She say, that's not your daughter. That's the demon, the spirit within her. She said, what you see in her outbursts and all that, that's not your child. Those the drugs that's making her act like that. And she can't help it because she's addicted to it. If you've never been in her shoe, you can't walk in them because you don't know. And that's all the time I was really mad at her, but she is really addicted and she can't help herself. But I just thought it was just something she wanted to do. So I just encourage all parents, if you got a daughter that's addicted, all you can really do is pray for them and ask God to send them back to you. And other than that, it's not a lot that I can say to a mother that's their children addicted, because that's all I did was pray, pray, pray. But one day, and I'm still not giving up, one day, God gonna answer my prayer.
Yes, he will.
And you know what? I said, I pray to God that I'll be around to see it. I do. Because that's something I want to see. Sometimes God can give you the desires of your heart, but I just pray to be around to see it. Because she can be delivered, but I asked God to keep me around. I prayed and asked God. No, I didn't pray. I prayed and begged God. God, let me live to see my kids grown. That was my prayer every day. Just let me see them grown, to be grown, because people are not going to treat my kids the way I would. And you know, in real life, they're not really expected to. But I'm just saying. So God let me live past the grown. Right. My daughter's 48, the one that's addicted. My middle daughter is 43, and the one I'm with now is 41. So I think God have really blessed me. His grace is all over me. So, mother, just pray. God will bring your child home one day. It's been 30 years for me, from 17 to now, and she's still addicted. So I'm asking the viewers to send up a little prayer for me and my daughter.
Wow. Ooh, okay, that end got a little heavy. So, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Speak Unspoken. If you would like to be a part of this platform, please write us at story@speakunspokentv.com. Wow, it's nothing like a mother's love. Like, I am a witness. I'm sure the people that's watching this is a witness. Like, your mom, man, I don't think nobody can outbeat her loving you. Like, she loved you through it all, through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to reiterate and say, your mom will be there when everybody else won't. A mother never turn her back on her children. You can search the whole world over, but you'll never get a love like a mother's love. Yes. Never. And don't let nobody trick you to believe you can. That Sarah, Joe, and Kevin gonna do this, but then they be gone, and who you have, only your mother. And I hear some people all the time say, "Oh, I don't do her. I can't trip with her. I ain't seen her in 2 or 3 months." I'm just wondering, how can you go without touching base with your mother. I notice, I get this generation is really different. But like I say, my mom, when she closed her eyes and went to heaven, she was such a sweet lady. It hurted me to my heart, but I was so good to my mother. No guilt. No guilt. Not at all.
No guilt. Love your mom while you have the breath in your body to do it. So until next time, speak unspoken.
Bye, everybody.